What a team. Dad, you said those words to me only a few short weeks ago when we were on the water cod jigging, and since then they have been playing on my mind. But you're right, we are a team, and an incredible one at that. As I think about the relationship we've had for the last 30 years, I realize not only are you my father, you're my best buddy, my mentor, and my teacher. Since birth, you've been there. You have, in some shape or form, helped me become who I am today as an individual and as a teacher. There's been so many life lessons in the time we have spent together. Our bond as father and daughter is something unique and special, something that I wish other daughters could have with their fathers to realize the importance of dads. Ever since I was a little girl, you've been there. You've held my hand and wiped my tears and stood back when you knew I was ready to do this all on my own. But truth be told, I'll always need you. No matter how old or what the circumstance is, a girl will always need her dad. All the moments we've shared together are precious stories that help keep time and memories alive. You have taught me so much, giving me so many memories and instilling the most important values in me. You taught me that it's okay to get your hands a little dirty and that hard work and determination certainly pays off. I have always aspired to be a teacher, dressing up for the role on school spirit days and of course during playtime. I remember the time I came home from my first semester of college when I decided I was going to be an engineering technician, but I failed. You looked at me and said, "Catherine, I'm surprised you lasted this long." Puzzled and hurt, I couldn't believe my dad just said those words to me. But then you said, "It's not because I know you can't do it, because you can do anything you put your mind to. It's because it's not for you." And you were right, just like all the other times you gave me advice. You weren't just being a dad then, but a teacher, teaching me to always chase after what I want. I remember watching you chase your dreams. As a father and a husband, you provided for your family, ensuring we never did without. But there came a time when you felt that wasn't enough. You were 36 when you decided to go back to school and get an education so you could satisfy that need to provide better for us. This also happened during a time when you had to care for your father, my pop, as he lost his life slowly and painfully to that awful cancer disease. I've never known strength and determination until I watched you overcome the hurdles you were thrown, and no matter how tough it got, you did not give up, Dad. You prove that anyone is capable of anything and that dreams can be achieved when you work for them. In my career as a teacher, I too have seen challenges but have never backed down from them, and I have had my fair share of feeling like a failure. I often share your story with my students, echoing your lesson. It's never too late to follow your dreams, and even when you feel you've hit rock bottom, don't give up. Determination and the willingness to pull through is all you need. You taught me that, and now I get to share that knowledge. Because of you, there's nothing I can't do. I can play any sport I desire to, and I know you'll be right there cheering me on. From teaching me how to skate to introducing me to ice hockey so I could sport your favorite team on my jersey. Now let's face it, after 10 minutes on the ice, I wasn't happy and I felt like the biggest disappointment as I looked up at you in the stands with tears in my eyes, asking you to take me off. You were far from mad, and I quickly understood that you were proud of me for trying. Throughout my years in high school and being involved in so many extracurriculars, you didn't miss anything. You were my biggest supporter. I remember the day I rowed in my first ever regatta, and I was heartbroken you couldn't be there to watch and cheer me on, though I know it's where you want it to be. You sat at home listening to my race on the radio as we crossed the line. I knew I had placed. I couldn't wait to get to the dock to call you with excitement, but also feeling disappointed because I wanted you there. There was no shortage of celebrating, though, when I arrived home later that week. You had a bottle of silver medal winner champagne ready for us. You helped me realize that sometimes in life, things don't go as planned or work out the way we want them to. But that doesn't mean we have to give up. We just have to push a little harder to see the results we want, and that's what I did that day. I rode my heart out because I wanted this for my team, but also for me. This determination and hard work is something I strive for always, and I put into anything I do. I hope seeing these qualities in their teacher inspires my student to always do their best. When I think back on my achievements, you've been there for them all. From figure skating to volleyball to graduating high school and furthering my education at MUN, where I've earned 2 degrees and I'm currently working towards my 3rd. The sleepless nights and the phone calls home, crying with tears from stress and worry, have all paid off. When I accepted my first teaching position, without hesitation, you took a day off work to move me across the island and ensure I was safe and settled for my first year of teaching. Every year since then, you and Mom have helped me pack up my belongings and moved me wherever my next job took me. Always full of excitement for what my year would hold, and let's be honest, where we were going to eat on a road trip. When the time came to start my master's, you encouraged me, and you still continue to do so, even now jokingly saying, you know you'll eventually do your PhD. Dad, you taught me that anything is possible and that I am capable of achieving anything I put my mind to. And because of you and what you've taught me, I'll gladly take that challenge. One thing that I constantly see in myself that's reflected in you is the love for the outdoors and the father-daughter bond that we share because of it. Because of you, I know what it's like to hunt and enjoy it, even if I am the noisiest person going through the woods. I've learned how to gut a fish and cut out its tongue, and you know that if you're going out in boat, I am 2 steps behind you. I'll always be right behind you anytime I can. Most of all, I've learned to enjoy the moments, especially the ones we share together. There's no such thing as boys' things. I can do anything. I love that I carry your trait of being social and knowing how to always have a good time no matter what. I've learned that it's important to celebrate everything and anything with those you love, and that everyone is always welcomed. You have welcomed so many of my friends into our home since I was a kid, and you still continue to do so, and you always treat them like one of your own. I see your outgoing personality in me, being kind and making friends wherever I go, which I know helps me when I move to a new school and I can easily fit in. It's because of you. I am always able to be the best version of myself because of you, and the world gets to see what a great teacher or role model you have been for your daughter. Family is everything. I wouldn't be here today, and I certainly know my teaching career would not exist if it had not been for my family. We might not have had the fancy Florida trips or took planes to new places, but we always had the best time no matter where we were or how little it cost. You sang to me, you read to me, and you acted silly with me. You taught me to be myself, to be original and be happy. You, Mom, and Zachary have helped me get to where I am today, but also the love from my 2 grandmothers and the godmother we both shared. Your support, encouragement, and love push me to go beyond my limits and help shape me to the type of teacher I am today. I love my job, my colleagues, my students, and consider them an extended family. I put my heart into everything I do and try to ensure my students' learning experiences are the best I can provide. You demonstrated that determination is key. A little hard work never hurt anyone, and at the end of the day, there's always someone who has your back. Respect and kindness is a must with you, and that's something I instill in my students each year and remind them daily. You were always so excited to ask me how my day was, did I face any challenges, and if so, how can I overcome them? You're always there to help, Dad, and my appreciation for you goes above and beyond. You taught me to never forget where I come from. No matter how far I go or what I do, the place I grew up is so important in shaping who I am. This is something I share with my students each year as they get ready to head out on their own adventures in life. Like you did for me, I remind them to never forget their roots and those people important to them. They have always been there for you, and they will continue to do so no matter what happens in life. It was because of your passion for history, family, and art that I have given my students some of the most memorable times in their school years, from field trips around the island to projects and lots of stories. I was able to teach my students about years ago and gave them an opportunity to dig a little deeper into their own family history, like we did in that magnificent piece of work Gerald Squires created for us. When I look at these photographs and think back on the life you have provided for me thus far, I think of all the adventures taken, stories created, and memories made. The smiles and tears we've shed over our time together, and in the end, has only made us stronger people together and independently. It's these photos that tell how I became who I am today because of you. I will never be able to thank you enough for all the sacrifices you've made for me to achieve all my dreams. But I can tell you that I love you endlessly, and I can't wait to continue to keep time and share these stories with you. I love you, Dad, and I'll always be ready to learn more from you. What's your favorite memory of us?
What's my favorite memory of us? Well, there are so many memories, and they're all my favorites. They're all important to me. Just to pick out one is hard. From being in the delivery room and hearing "It's a Girl," who rocking you in the rocking chair and singing "Jesus Loves Me" while you're crying. You helping me with the wood with your little wheelbarrow. All the memories of when you were a spark to a pathfinder in Girl Guides, brownies, your ballet I went to watch, figure skating, following you to school with all your sporting events and your extra curriculum, trouting trips, moose hunting trips, and of course our cod fishing trips. And every day we're together is a memory, which is important. That's my favorite memory.
How has having me changed your life?
Well, having you and becoming a parent for the first time made me realize the responsibilities I had. Watching you grow from an infant to an adult, as you were growing and learning new things in life, I was learning about you. Seeing how hard you worked and the determination you had to be the woman you are today makes me the proudest father that I could imagine.
Why do you think I'm a good teacher?
Well, you came up through life being taught good values. Me and your mother passed on to you what we believe to be good values: honesty, determination, loyalty. Having a good relationship with other people is important, and responsibility. These values, to me, make a great teacher. And I believe that you have all of them.
What's the one lesson that you hope I have learned from you?
I think it will be kindness of helping others, which I enjoy doing all my life, whether it be physical help or giving support and comfort to those that need it. And I know that becoming a teacher, you're helping kids every day in every which way.